Hello and welcome to our weekly news capsule. This week we are celebrating Independence Day. Not exactly ours though. Today's when Goa became liberated from Portuguese control. Freedom is extremely important for an individual and for the nation to perform efficiently and progressively. So live and let live. The highlights of today's news capsule are: India plans to invite 5 Central Asian presidents for Republic Day celebrations. New Zealand plans to ban smoking for the next generation. Deadly tornadoes slam through 6 states of the United States. First specially abled crew takes flight in zero gravity. NASA launches IXPE, a new X-ray space telescope. Dubai's first in the world to go 100% paperless. Sikkim government bans plastic bottles from 2022 to conserve environment. Rome residents told to cut back on Christmas wrapping amid waste crisis. Max Verstappen wins Formula One world title after beating Lewis Hamilton to clinch Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Rohit Sharma ruled out of South Africa Test Series due to injury. And our stimulating F2 segment. It's time to begin with the national news segment.
India, for its Republic Day celebrations, is planning to invite 5 Central Asian country leaders as chief guests for the parade. India will be inviting leaders from Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, and Turkmenistan. Before this, the finance ministers of these countries will also be meeting. Don't forget to wake up nice and early to catch the parade on the 26th of January, Igraaspers.
New Zealand has introduced an extremely unique law to combat smoking in the country. People aged 14 and under in 2027 will never be allowed to purchase cigarettes in the island country ever. These measures will make New Zealand's tobacco industry one of the most restricted in the world, just behind Bhutan, where cigarette sales are banned outright. This is a great move to ensure the health of future generations and a smoke-free world.
The United States of America has been lashed by several tornadoes spanning across 6 states. President Joe Biden has even deployed the National Guard to aid the relief team. He has acknowledged the role climate change has played in the severity of these storms and said he would be tasking the Environmental Protection Agency and other agencies to look closely into the occurrence of these natural disasters on US soil. Our thoughts and prayers are with all those who have been affected by this calamity.
A space mission titled Astro Access selected 12 disabled ambassadors to take flight in zero gravity to simulate zero gravity in space. The main objective of this mission was to make outer space travel more inclusive. They created the feeling of weightlessness by flying a Boeing 727 in large arc. The mission used sound or vibrations to convey information to the disabled team members. This initiative is really wonderful and we hope to see more like this in the near future, isn't it, Igraspers?
NASA last week launched its new X-ray mission to better understand cosmic subjects which otherwise cannot be studied properly, like black holes. The spacecraft includes 3 identical space telescopes with extremely sensitive detectors that are capable of measuring the polarization of cosmic X-rays. When compared to other super telescopes like the James Webb Telescope, this one is not as advanced, but it does highlight the resurgence of interest in astronomy that scientists are now undertaking and new ways in which advanced machines are being used to explore our universe.
The city of Dubai has become the world's first paperless government. The Crown Prince of UAE had announced in 2018 the Dubai paperless strategy, which has now been achieved. This initiative has saved the city $350 million in all internal and external transactions and procedures in the government of Dubai are now 100% digital and managed from a comprehensive digital government services platforms. This is a great initiative which should be aimed by other governments all over the world as well.
The Tourism Board of Sikkim has decided to ban single-use plastics from 2022 onwards. This ban will be implemented in the entire state and even includes stuff like plastic water bottles. A spokesperson from the ministry said that they are trying to encourage villagers to mass-produce bottles from bamboo and other biodegradable materials. In 1998, Sikkim had in fact become the first state to ban all plastic carry bags. We salute the people of Sikkim in keeping environmental concerns at the forefront when deciding governmental policies.
Residents of the city of Rome have been asked to curtail the use of Christmas wrapping paper as the city is facing a massive problem of waste collection. The city's mayor, for his re-election, had pledged close to 40 million euros for the cleanup of the city, but this hasn't seemed to have much of an effect, with the overflowing dustbins still being a problem. Residents, however, have also said that the government needs to do more than just tell its citizens to not wrap Christmas presents. The issue of waste management should be tackled from both the consumer's end as well as the waste collector's end. Wouldn't you agree, Igraspers?
Max Verstappen has become the first person from the Netherlands to ever win the Formula One World Championship. The final race in Abu Dhabi was nothing short of exhilarating, as both seven-time world champion Lewis Hamilton and Verstappen went into the race equal on points. In dramatic fashion, on the final lap, Verstappen was able to take the lead back from Hamilton and finish the race, and first denying the Englishman his 8th World Championship title. Did you manage to catch the race, Igraspers? What was your favorite part? Let us know in the comment section below.
India's vice-captain Rohit Sharma has unfortunately been ruled out of the 3-match test series against South Africa due to a hamstring injury. He faced this injury after practice in the nets, where he also hurt his hand. India ace captain Priyank Panchal has been named as Rohit Sharma's replacement. We hope Priyank can take this opportunity to truly showcase his skills, as he has been very successful in the domestic circuit of cricket. We also hope that Rohit Sharma has a speedy recovery and that his injury is not too serious.
Harna Sandhu from India has won the Miss Universe pageant in 2021. She won the 70th edition of the competition, with the last Indian winner being Lara Datta in the year 2000. Upon being asked what advice can be given to young women, she said that the biggest pressure the youth of today are facing is to believe themselves, to know that you are unique and that's what makes you beautiful. We congratulate her and wish her all the best for everything she does in the future.
A man from Brazil has gone viral on the internet for using parts scraped from cars to build a helicopter. The man used an old Volkswagen Beetle engine and other discarded car parts to build an actual working aviation vehicle, which took off in front of a crowd as well as some TV journalists. The man's name is Genesis Gomes, and he said that he has been interested in aviation and flying since he was a little boy. Now that's some dedication. Wouldn't you agree, Igraspers?
Igraspers, did you know that a recent study
from the Higher School of Economics in Russia has concluded that it is more profitable to invest in Lego rather than in gold. It found that the market for second-hand Lego rises in value by 11% every year, which it claims is a faster and better rate of return than gold, stocks, bonds, stamps, and wine. There are other factors to consider though, such as the sets have to be unopened with the maximum value being contributed to those that are part of limited production runs. So, if you have an unopened Lego set at home, keep it carefully, as someday it might be worth a lot of money.
Brazilian healthcare workers have made a Christmas tree using the empty vials of the COVID vaccine. The vials were joined together in the shape of a traditional Christmas tree with even a star on the top. Brazil has reported the second highest number of deaths due to COVID, and healthcare workers have made this tree to make people aware and educate them about the vaccine. About 65% of Brazil's population has been fully vaccinated, and healthcare workers believe spreading awareness can increase this number to even more.
The word of the week is pareidolia, which means seeing shapes or images in clouds or random objects. Look, the clouds resemble a bear. This is pareidolia. The riddle of the week is: 3 doctors said that Amit was their brother. Amit says he has no brothers. How many brothers does Amit actually have? None. He has 3 sisters.
Can you guess who? This iconic comic book writer was so embarrassed when he wrote his first comic that he used a pen name so that nobody would associate him with the comics. Apart from creating fantastic superheroes, he also wrote in genres such as romance, humor, science fiction, and more. His superheroes that are part of the Marvel Universe are known as the Avengers. You guessed it! It is Stan Lee. Did you know that Lee created a credits panel on the splash page of each story, naming not just the writer and penciler, but also the inker and letterer, so as to create a community of superhero fans?
Did you know that 4 asteroids in space have been named after the members of the famous English rock band Beatles? 2 Lowell Observatory astronomers discovered asteroids during a photographic survey of the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter in 1983 and 1984. Since they were ardent fans of the Beatles, they decided to name the 4 asteroids Lennon, McCartney, Harrison, and Starr. Would you like asteroids to be named after you, Igraaspers?
Quiz time! Name the 2 astronomers from the Lowell Observatory who discovered the asteroids named after the members of the famous rock band Beatles. Send your answers to contact us at igraasp.com along with your full name, school name, and a photograph. Answer to the last week's quiz. River Jordan flows through the ancient town of Jericho. This certificate of appreciation is presented to Ivana Abbey of St. Andrew's School, Hyderabad, for successfully participating in the weekly quiz on India's leading news capsule for tweens, Igraasp.
Igraaspers, this week let us all discover ancient India with great learned men and women. This book is a collection of stories that provides insight into the lives of India's finest rishis and rishikas. Learn how these exceptional people built the platform for today's physicians, philosophers, scientists, and innovators by following their lives. You can learn from the extraordinary accomplishments made by Vyas, Sushruta, Valmiki, Surya Savitri, Chanakya, and others. Read this book and share your views at igraasp.com/iClub.
And that brings us to the conclusion of this week's news capsule. Remember, forgiving someone will more than often not make you a lifelong friend. Forgiving someone will more than often make you a lifelong friend. Life's way too short to hold grudges. Throw them away today and you'll feel yourself get lighter immediately. Until we meet next week, forgive and forget and stay cheerful. Wish you a Merry Christmas much in advance. See you next week.